Warning: content may be too intense for young children and is not recommended for those under the age of 13. Discretion is advised.
Warning. Unusual audiovisual activity in your area.
Discover Universal presents Halloween Horror Nights, Echoes from the Fog.
An anthology series exploring the original stories of Halloween Horror Nights' chilling creation.
Hello everyone, I'm Bryan.
I'm Dylan.
And I'm Cassie.
And today we are discussing one of the original haunted houses that's coming to this year's Halloween Horror Nights for Universal Studios Florida, being Major Sweet's Candy Factory, which we've had Major Sweets at the event before just a few years ago. It's not too long, so we have a lot of fans of Major Sweets. But this time, instead of it being in a scare zone like we had back for Halloween Horror Nights in 2022, this time we get to see him in a full-blown haunted house for this event.
Yep. So we'll even get more background to his story, understand why he does what he does, and it's gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
And scary.
Do we have any fans of Major Sweets of that scare zone? Did you guys get to experience it back for Halloween Horror Nights?
I didn't. Did you, Dylan?
I don't remember all the details. What I do remember is that it was in the 50s, and any period piece that they do in Halloween Horror Nights all together, just because I love diving back into a different time period, I think is really, really, really cool.
Yeah.
The music, the color of the scare zone, they had this whole parade going on in the town. What was really unique about the scare zone too is that they had the tribute store that kind of featured with it, which was really unique in them tying in that whole story. But now, like we said, this is going to be a house. This is completely different. We haven't seen it in a house format. And from what we've heard, that there's also a new character called Taffy that's going to be introduced in this. We also get to see Miss Treats. She's coming back as well. I know a lot of people loved her back for Halloween Horror Nights back in 2022. So we're going to be able to see them. And I know we have a little story that's coming up that's going to be able to give them more details.
We do.
So should we dive into
I think
Major
we should.
Sweets Candy Factory?
I think we should.
This is the Progress County Radio Show, coming to you live this 29th of October, 1955. Today, we find ourselves in the bustling cafeteria of the Progress County Public School. The bright young minds of tomorrow are sitting together in a huddle, discussing their upcoming field trip to the newly constructed Major Sweets Candy Factory on the outskirts of town. Boy, are these children excited. If they're lucky, maybe they'll even get a little taste test. So, let's listen into their conversation and see what Lonnie, Helen, and Paul have planned for tomorrow's big day.
I'm telling you.
Don't talk with your mouth full, Lonnie.
It's taffy. It's so chewy.
I need to know what happened. Chew, Lonnie, chew. Now, Helen, my mom says patience is a virtue. So is fulfilling a promise. Lonnie promised to tell us.
Okay. It was the same car that's always parked behind the factory. It was Major Sweet's car, that blue one with the tall fenders.
At your neighbor's house? So? What happened?
The McGrews kept their lights off all evening, and Mr. McGrew never came out to his porch for his nightly cup of tea, which he always does.
That's all. You said Major Sweets murdered your neighbors.
Shh, he did. Or at least I think he did. My dad also said at breakfast that Mr. McGrew didn't pick up his paper this morning either, which is even weirder.
Major Sweets is not a murderer. He makes my favorite candy. Yeah, Lonnie. You country folks sure do come up with some good stories. Us city folk are just so busy. We don't have time to come up with stories like this.
I'm not a country boy. I only live a mile from town. For Mr. McGrew to not have his nightly cup of tea on his porch, and for their lights to stay off all night, and then to not get his newspaper, something happened. Major Sweet's car was there, so if he didn't do it, he must know something.
Okay, let's say I believe you. What are you going to do about it, Lonnie?
I don't know.
Do you think we should tell Deputy Smith?
Wait, what are you three ankle biters gonna tell my dad?
Oh, hey, Mary! Nothing. We're not going to tell him nothing.
Good, because he wouldn't listen to a bunch of kids anyway. My dad has to keep all of Progress County safe, so he doesn't have time to listen to a bunch of silly brats.
This is important.
To a country boy, maybe. Us city folk have bigger things to worry about.
I only live a mile from...
Get bent, Mary. We can take care of our own problems.
Good luck. But before I go, you better pay the tax. Give me one of those taffies.
We don't... Paul! You don't have to.
Okay, bye.
Paul! That was my favorite taffy flavor, too.
Listen, who cares about Mary? We just need to figure out what to do about Major Sweets.
I think I have an idea. A plan. Tomorrow at the field trip, we break away from Mr. Charleston and then sneak around the factory. Lonnie, you can find out if Major Sweets is guilty. I'll find a way to get back at Mary. And Paul, you can help us find the candy stockroom. Once we do, you can eat all the pink taffy you could ever want. Tomorrow is our field trip to Major Sweet's candy factory. And tomorrow, we enact my plan!
Would you look at that? What are those little rascals getting themselves into this time? Helen sure has come up with some real doozies in the past. Let's hope this idea won't get anyone into trouble. With their plan firmly in place, the kids finish their school day and retreat back to their respective homes. Helen and Paul set aside their trick-or-treating pillowcases so that they don't forget them in the morning. Lonnie, on the other hand, fibs to his parents that he wants a good night's sleep so he'll be rested and ready for their field trip to the candy factory. Once the coast is clear and his parents tuck him in for the night, he slips out of bed and tiptoes over to his bedroom window. His neighbor's house sits quietly across the field, drowned in darkness. No porch lights on, and no Mr. McGrew enjoying his evening cup of tea. Meanwhile, inside of the McGrew's house, there is a person cleaning up a big mess. There are stains all over the carpets and walls. With those nosy neighbors watching, the lights need to stay off. Oops! He tripped over one of the bodies. How frustrating. This cleanup sure is taking a long time. Now back to Lonnie. With his sights set on Mr. McGrew's front porch, he waits. And waits. Until finally their front door swings open with brutish force. Lonnie grabs a pair of binoculars, sitting atop his nightstand to get a better look. But it isn't Mr. McGrew. It's an unfamiliar man clumsily pulling the door closed. He carries a dark, wet, burlap sack with Major Sweet's candy logo displayed on the front. He seems off balance, but still swings the large burlap sack around with ease. Stepping away from the house, he walks down the gravel driveway before halting unexpectedly, staring into nothingness. He stands still as stone. The full moon reveals a bloated and heavily scarred face. Lonnie focuses his binoculars in on the burlap sack. A few dark drops leak from the bottom of the sack and onto the gravel. Whatever could be inside? Lonnie raises his tunneled gaze back towards the man's face, only to see sunken eyes looking directly back at him. Lonnie ducks for cover, heart pounding through his chest. What was this monstrous sight he just laid eyes upon? Let's skip ahead and join up with Helen, Lonnie, and Paul the next morning on their bus ride to Major Sweet's Candy Factory.
Well, did you see anything? Lonnie, did you do the job Helen gave you?
It wasn't him. It wasn't Major Sweets. Someone else was at the house.
What are you three talking about now?
We don't have to tell you, Mary.
I bet I know. You think you're gonna get a lot of candy today, but my dad said that this is just a school field trip, not a trip to the candy shop. So he's gonna buy me all the Major Sweets candy I want for Halloween this year.
You don't know anything. Helen has a plan to get us as much candy as we want. Paul! Hush! Mary, you're cruising for a bruising.
Now, children. No fighting on the school bus. You're all friends, and friends don't scream at each other.
But Mr. Charleston, they said my dad was lying.
Helen?
No, Mr. Charleston. I would never. We believe everything Mary says.
Okay, well, very good, kids. Just stay in your seats until we get to the factory. Oh, Major Sweets called this morning and said he's very excited for you all to pay him a visit today. He said he's got a surprise in store for us all. We'll be there before we know it.
So, Lonnie, what did you see last night?
It was a man. A big man. But his face looked wrong. Swollen or something.
Was Major Sweet's car there?
No car. Just the man. I don't know if we should do this. I'm scared.
But we brought our pillowcases.
Look, there's nothing to be afraid of. All we need to do is wait for everyone to get really excited about something, and that's when we can sneak away from Mr. Charleston.
Do you think we will really find where he stores all the candy?
Yes, and then, remember, what do we do next?
We fill our pillowcases with as much candy as possible and hide them outside so Lonnie can come back tonight and get them.
Yeah, taking all the candy is how we pay back Major Sweets for killing the McGrews.
And I can get Mary in trouble by hiding half the candy in her treehouse so everyone thinks she stole it.
And I get to keep an entire pillowcase full of pink Major Sweets taffy. Yum.
Just as the friends finish talking through their plan, the school bus arrives at Major Sweet's candy factory. And sure enough, the chaperones let the kids go first while they count heads. The owner himself, Major Sweets, calls out on a loudspeaker to all those arriving.
Major Sweets Candy Factory welcomes Progress County Public School. Kids, head on inside for all the free samples you can eat. Come on, chaperones. You better get inside before the kids eat all the candy.
Children, slow down. Golly, you say the word candy and they turn into little monsters.
Let's split. Not yet. Look, that lady's looking at us.
Watching the kids intently from the front entrance of the factory is the bubbly, yet intimidating Miss Treats. Her rotted teeth peer through an eerily welcoming grin.
Hi, I'm Miss Treats. Welcome. The tour will begin soon. Head right in that door to grab some free candy, kids. We are so happy you are here.
One by one, the children of the class funnel into the factory's front entrance and begin consuming as much of the free candy as they can. The three friends, however, hang back and prepare to execute their plan.
Okay, kids, slow down. You'll get a tummy ache. Mary, get back here.
Hey, look at all that candy.
So much candy. Not yet, Paul. Now is our chance to get away. Now, let's go.
Wow, this is awesome.
Where's all the candy?
Other side of the factory.
We can make it. Let's go fast.
Well. It seems these three rascals have put their plan into motion. With Helen leading the charge, they break away from Mr. Charleston and bolt down a hallway leading to the back-of-house areas of the factory. They work their way through a maze of candy-making machinery.
Would you look at all this stuff?
I think I'm in heaven.
Let's focus. We don't have much time. And I got a really bad feeling about this.
Lighten up, Lonnie. Doesn't get more exciting than this.
Exciting indeed. I think we all know that these three are in for quite the adventure. What they don't know is they are not as alone as they think. The kids continue past the machinery and down the dark corridor. Their curiosity leads them to a section of the factory labeled Candy Processing. Within the huge steam-filled space, they see an array of candy presses, cauldrons, and conveyor belts, but not the main supply of candy they were hoping for.
This it?
Can't be. But we're close.
Something feels off about this place.
The kids are startled by a loud intercom speaker in the corner of the room.
Chaperones, The children are behaving perfectly, so you'll be dead.
The friends trade looks of concern before being startled by the loud creak of the entryway door swinging open. They scurry in search of hiding spots.
Shh! Stay down! Who is it? Helen! Let me check.
Helen boldly raises her nosy brow above the barrel she hid behind. Looming in the distance, pacing back and forth, is a horrifying figure. It is the man with the bloated face that Lonnie saw the night before. This time, he wields a baseball bat covered in steel spikes. Looks like they did find themselves in a world of trouble after all.
He's a monster. What?
Sweet children, there's candy. Don't hide from me. Major Sweets has candy for you.
Lonnie peeks through a crack in the wooden crate to confirm his suspicions.
That's him! The man I saw last night!
Paul repositions his body to look for himself, but clumsily triggers the switch to a conveyor belt. The machinery buzzes as the figure redirects his path in the direction of the kids. Lonnie, Helen, and Paul remain still and seal their mouths shut with their clammy hands. The lumbering footsteps of the monster amplify in volume, then come to a sudden stop. The friends breathe big sighs of relief. Helen cautiously peeks her head up to confirm that the coast is clear, only to find herself face to face with the monster himself.
Oh, there you are. Come here.
Oh, the horror! Looks like the friends met Taffy. No, not Taffy the candy, Taffy the person. Or should I say, monster. See, Taffy is a devout employee of Major Sweets. He was horribly mutilated in a factory accident some time ago, thus the bloated face and heavy scars. Major Sweets met the monster down at the docks when he was exiled from the world and at his lowest. He saw potential in him. He also gave him the nickname Taffy, because his skin looked a lot like that delicious, chewy candy he knew all too well. One more thing. Taffy doesn't just look like a monster. He also acts like one. Yes, it's true. This terrifying man has claimed the lives of many unlucky people that have crossed his path, both in service of himself and Major Sweets. But more importantly, he helps Major Sweets make his wonderful candy. Funny how all Paul wanted was some pink taffy. Careful what you wish for.
Help! Somebody! Help us!
The trio sprint away in a hurry. Screams of joy and terror echo throughout the hallways as chaos reigns free. Several of their classmates run around maniacally with determined glares in their beady little eyes. Out from one of the factory rooms comes Mary, face covered in chocolate, wielding a blood-soaked machete.
I need more candy! Mary, where did you come from? Is that a machete? There's a monster!
Get back here!
He has a bat with spikes on it!
Why does he have a bat with spikes? Weapons come with the candy. More! I want more candy!
Don't run from me! Major Sweets wants to give you candy! Ah!
What is happening?
Murder is happening, Paul. Murder. With Taffy on their heels, the friends round the corner, only to run into a very distressed Mr. Charlson.
Someone call for help. Major Sweets, where are you? Something is wrong with the kids.
Mr. Charlson! We're being chased! Help us!
Helen, Lonnie, Paul, whatever you do, don't.
And that's when our three heroes learn a valuable lesson. In a frenzy, Mary lunges at Mr. Charlson with vicious intent.
There you are, you little rascals.
Well, this has turned into quite the bash. But there's no boogie or twisting at this party, just sweet revenge. Our good friend Taffy capitalizes on their distraction and scoops the friends up with supernatural strength. He carries them through the rest of the factory despite their petulant behavior as they leave the scene of Mr. Charleston's demise. Helen fixates on Mary, sitting next to his body unwrapping a bright blue sugar-covered piece of hard candy. She pops it in her mouth and then licks her fingers clean. But where is Taffy taking them? Well, we haven't met Major Sweets yet, have we?
Taffy, my dear friend, who have we here?
They need candy, boss.
Don't we all? Quiet down! Dear children, welcome. My name is Major Sweets. What are your names?
Helen, Paul.
You murdered my neighbor.
Now that seems unlikely. What I do know is that I'd like to get you back to your classmates.
And now Miss Treats enters the room, apron covered in blood, and stands beside her trusted partner to join in on the fun.
Is that all? Candy? In those barrels?
It is. Would you like some? It will make you feel better.
Yes, please.
What's your favorite? I'll have Taffy bring you a whole barrel.
Paul, how can you want candy right now?
The pink taffy.
Oh, how fun! Taffy, my dear friend, bring Paul a barrel of pink taffy candies.
We just saw our friend Mary.
It's Helen, right? Whatever you saw, my business partner here, Miss Treats, will take care of it. Right now, why don't you just have some candy? And then we'll bring you back to your friends. What can Taffy get for you?
I like the hard candies. The red ones especially.
But sir, it was awful. Mary, she killed Mr. Charleston. And I saw that monster at the McGrew's house last night.
His name is Taffy. I never got your name, dear boy.
It's Lonnie.
Lonnie, you must be confused. I would never kill anyone. I am a candy manufacturer. Candy makes the world better. And when I give kids candy, it makes me very happy. What can I get you, Lonnie? You will feel so much different once you have a piece.
Do you mean that? You didn't kill my neighbor?
Of course, Lonnie. I'm here to lend a helping hand. All this ruckus that's been caused is under control. It'll all be okay.
Okay. My favorite are the wax things with syrup in them, but my mom won't let me have them.
Ah, I call those sap sticks. Taffy, bring Lonnie all the sap sticks he wants.
Yes, sir.
Taffy really is a very good worker. He takes care of everything that I can't do. And now that you all have your candy, please enjoy. I'd like to reunite you with the rest of the children as soon as possible.
These must be the 3 most excited kids in the whole world. They each have a barrel full of candy and permission to eat as much as they want. Soon they will join their friend Mary, licking their fingers clean. After a few tastes, Helen, Lonnie, and Paul all feel much different. Major Sweets puts a secret ingredient in his candy, and this new batch does something very special. All in all, it was a great field trip. It looks like the friends' plan was a success. Now, I can't wait to see what Major Sweets planned for the Halloween parade. To find out, tune in next time on the Progress County Radio Show.